Hey guys, welcome back to the Conscious Kingdom. Here for another round of our experiences we want to share and leave you feeling loved, high and blissed out, if we can get to that point. So my name is Alex and this is Julia.
Hi guys.
So we were going to share with you now, for anyone out there who's feeling alone, the idea of alone, what is alone, the illusion of being alone. Sometimes you could feel alone when you're with a lot of people. I'm sure you felt that. You could be alone when you're in a relationship. And of course, you can be alone when you are by yourself. So what is alone? What is this feeling? And what can we do to help you get through it?
Yes, loneliness is really just a concept. It's really just an illusion. Loneliness derives from the idea of the ego, because the ego thrives on the idea of separation. Ego thrives on the idea of superiority, inferiority. And also, it kind of is, to a degree, a value scale. Your loneliness is your value scale of, say, for example, your success in admiration or acceptance and things like that, right? So when we talk about loneliness, we have to really see it in its whole entirety. You know, is it really possible to ever be lonely?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. Alone, what is alone? Does another person need to be there? Well, we know that's not true. So I wouldn't take it back to what alone and how it serves you, because I want to always go into this. Is how you're calling yourself alone or feeling alone. How does it serve you? A certain feeling that you may get inside yourself that you connect to. And you get that deeper connection with that sadness than you do with anyone else, right? You have happy people around you, but your home from your childhood may be sadness. And I know this from my own experience, that when I felt sad, I could connect with something that felt deeper and more understood than the unfamiliar happiness around me. So I was getting connection. And Tony Robbins talks about the 6 human needs, and one of them being love and connection and certainty, like familiarity. So it's a familiar feeling. And when you attach to 2 or 3 needs to something, you become addicted to it. By the scale between 1 and 10 to the feeling you get from it, you become even more addicted. So you may find yourself addicted to the very feeling of being alone. Think about that. How is it serving you? Thinking to myself, wow, you know what? I'm choosing to be alone. I'm taking myself out so that I can then tell other people how alone I am. And I get connection because I tell people I'm desperately alone.
People feel sorry for you.
Yeah, and you get this sort of sympathy from other people, and that's that's the only way you know how to get connection. And it seems to be a safe place to go when you need connection and when you're feeling lonely. I see, elderly people in homes who are, and I saw a brief clip a few days ago of like the ambulance service when they have videos, and I saw this old woman call for an ambulance, and they asked her, "Are you okay? What are you feeling?" And she was saying, I think I'm feeling a pain here and a pain there. And I could see in her eyes there was no real pain. She had to manifest something because she was feeling alone, and she just wanted an ambulance service to come around, just to be in her home, just to say, "Hey, how are you doing? What are you feeling?" I could see there was no pain, and I'm not sure if they clocked it, the ambulance paramedic service, so they actually were trying to, look for it, and they reinforced this, pain in her body and then take her away. But really, she was alone and she just wanted contact. Right?
Yes.
I caught you off. I think you're off in another. I was thinking about it, maybe.
Yes, because how often people cry for help. They cry for help in a way that is like, I want to commit suicide. It's a very common one. That's like, because I'm so lonely, I'm so misunderstood, this world rejects me, I feel rejected, I feel that nobody understands and feels my pain. This is again a cry for help. That desperation just shows that we are in the ego, right? How do you bring yourself back out of the ego? Again, as I started off this video with the whole idea of the separation of the ego. When we are consciously ascending to our higher self, when we are linking ourselves to this unlimited potential that we all are, we know that we are connected to everything and everyone. And of course we need to go through the darkness in order to come to the light. That idea of loneliness is just a little pathway, the path less traveled, that brings you to that open field of this connection and a love and abundance. You have to go through this, but you know what? When you make a conscious choice in that crisis moment of being alone, and you have to choose to never feel lonely again because it doesn't satisfy your needs, and you choose to see yourself and everything and everyone, then your whole perception starts to shift. This is something that Neil Donald Walsh did as an exercise for us when I went to see him about 9 years ago. And he basically said that in order to really feel the connection with everything and everyone, you just walk. And whatever you lay your eyes on, you say, I am that. I am that. You meet a person and you tell them, I am you. A cat, dog, whatever.
Not strangers in the street.
Well, yeah, but it's an inner conversation. So basically you are linking everything and everyone, right, to yourself, to your map of yourself. When you do that, you realize you are the universe. And the universe is never lonely. Look at all the beautiful different ways it chooses to show up. How many little birds, how many different trees, how many little, and that's the same process.
That I 100% agree. Once you get out there and start to see yourself in everything, how can you be alone, right? You're associating yourself in everything. From my own experience, when I went through this lonely stage, I went from suffering about me to going, you know what? I'm alone because I'm reinforcing this need of mine, addiction to be alone. I don't want to just focus about me anymore. I want to focus on other people. And I got into the mind of serving people, giving value to other people. When you do this, it's very hard to feel alone when you go out there and you text a friend saying, by the way, I just want to say how much I appreciate you in my life. When you're alone, do that to a friend. See a different response that you get by reinforcing how much you like them and care for them, rather than going, I'm alone, than them trying to rescue you. When you give love out there and they go, oh, thank you so much, you're getting the connection from a higher level, from a higher frequency. Suddenly you're going, wow, I make other people feel good. Rather than make them feel bad and guilty that they have to come and save me, I can make them feel good that they want to come to me because I make them feel good. People go after feelings, right? So when you go out there and you want to go, right, what else can I do? I want to serve people. I want to go out there and feed the homeless. I want to clothe someone. I want to give to charity. I want to learn. For me, it was becoming a coach and actually helping people, speaking on stages. I mean, it became something so big on my search of not feeling alone and finding people around me who spoke the same language. And it was in personal development, self-development. I didn't feel alone because there's people out there talking the same language. So finding people who speak your language.
Your tribe.
Yes.
So many people feel alone even if they're surrounded by other people. And you can actually find that often in families.
Yeah.
There is such a massive family, but you feel so ostracized because, there is such a label put on you that you feel misunderstood. Loneliness is a state of mind, really. It's got nothing to do with how many people are around you. And vice versa. If you're alone, you might choose not to feel alone, So as Alex used this analogy earlier on about the cells in the body, because we are really just tons of cells working together.
They're fighting for us. They're keeping things out. They're keeping you alive. Right now, when you're feeling most alone, your heart is beating. If you need to remind yourself that you're not alone, put your hand on your heart and just feel it.
And breathe.
As corny as it may sound, it's true that you feel the veins in your hand. Just put your focus on your hand, put your focus on your arm, put your focus on your feet. Feel the blood going there. Feel the cells in your body. They're fighting for your survival every day because they think you are enough to be here. They are reminding you every day you're not alone, because if you were really alone, you wouldn't be alive anymore. So I want to leave you on that note to say that you are definitely not alone. Hey, you've got us to remind you that you're not alone. So take this. Go out there, send a beautiful message to someone. Let someone else know how much you appreciate them. And just to show you how not alone you are.
And thank yourself for being alive. Thank the universe for giving you a spot in this life every single day. From waking up in the morning, seeing the sun, not seeing the sun, but having a chance to start over every single day.
Thank you so much. We can't wait to share more, and please share your experiences with us. Thank you
guys. Bye.
Mwah.